Well, hi everyone, welcome to another video where today it's early. I got up about 5:15 and I'm currently in a Shell petrol station just off the M1, about to go on the M1 for a journey from West Yorkshire to Silverstone circuit. Believe it or not, I've never been to Silverstone before, but today is the first day of the Silverstone Festival, Motorsport Festival. So I've grabbed my coffee from a machine that doesn't have any tops, so I'm just drinking a bit before I set off. And we're heading down south on the M1 for a couple of hours before we get to Silverstone. There's about 100 Aston Martins that are supposed to turn up today as part of the Aston Martin Owners Club, and it's been arranged that at about 1:15 we're all going to go and do a parade lap round Silverstone, which I'm really excited for. So I'm going to take you along for the journey and we'll see what the festival's like. Unfortunately, there was a machine that was my barista this morning. It's okay, not bad coffee. Right, let's start her up and make our way. Done.
It sounds good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So there we are, just arrived at Silverstone. I found my parking space in the Aston Martin Owners Club parking. So yeah, it's great to be here, having never been here before. Can you believe that? I've never been to Silverstone before. It's purely because I think you get a better view watching Formula 1 and other races from the TV. But I suppose I really should start coming to Silverstone, my home track for Formula 1. So maybe in a future season I'll come. But yeah, it's a fairly uneventful drive. And incidentally, don't know whether you can see that, I achieved around 30 miles to the gallon, which is what you tend to find cruising on the motorway. It's not too bad. I mean, that peaked just below 32 miles to the gallon. Fairly uneventful drive, but there's more Aston Martins coming in now. So let's get out and have a look around, see what's going on. So already 14 Aston Martins have turned up, which is good. I think we're expecting a lot more. So we'll come back and see how that looks in a bit. Just going to get a sense of where we are and what's around. As I wandered through the paddock, I suddenly recognised a very special Aston Martin, VMF 65. I'd filmed this exact DB2 only a month earlier at Yorkshire Elegance at Grantley Hall, where I was lucky enough to get up close and film it. For those of you that don't know, VMF 65 is one part of a legendary trio of works prepared DB2s, sporting the number plates VMF 63, 64 and 65. These cars were built by Aston Martin for competition in the early 1950s. Including outings at Le Mans and the major British circuits of the day. Seeing VMF 65 again here at Silverstone was a real privilege. Wouldn't it be great to reunite all three VMF cars together on camera for a proper Fuel the Passion story? Maybe one day. For me, seeing VMF 65 turn laps at Silverstone in 2025 was a spine-tingling moment. This is the same legendary 1950 Aston Martin DB2 team car that made its competitive debut here at Silverstone in 1950. Back then it helped deliver a second, third and fourth finish for the Works DB2 squad during the Daily Express 1-hour race at the BRDC International Trophy meeting. This modern lightweight carbon race seat is so thin, certainly not what you would see in the 1950s. To have it back racing on this circuit 75 years later, roaring past me in 2025, brings the past and present of Aston Martin's racing heritage full circle. It's so great to see it here. As I continued to walk through the garages, I came across this brilliant 1952 Aston Martin DB2 that we saw on the circuit earlier, so now we can have a closer look. Just look at how close we can get to these amazing cars. Now this is a DB2 with a real second life. It spent 30 years forgotten in a barn before being rescued in 2003, and since then the Reed family have transformed it into the full FIA spec racer you see before me. It's now in its 17th season of competition, with nearly 200 circuit and hill climb events under its belt. Inside, the cockpit is a pure race car, stripped, purposeful and modernised, yet underneath it's still a 1950s DB2, out here mixing it on track. I absolutely love seeing classics like this still being raced properly. Again, great to see it here. I've come back to the Aston Martin Owners Club Paddock because we'll be going out on the parade lap soon. So I thought we'd have a look around the cars to see what's turned up, and look at how many have turned up. There must be about 100 cars that I reckon have turned up. I'm not sure how many can go on the parade lap. Some people have told me it's 40, others 60. But a fair proportion of these will be going out on the parade lap, which would be really great. I've been given number 16, so I presume I'm car 16 in the lineup of however many cars there are. So I'll have cameras on the car hopefully, if not on the outside, on the inside. If I'm allowed to have them on the outside, I will. But I've also convinced a DB6 owner, Peter, to put a camera on the back of his car. So fingers crossed we get some really good footage. And not only is he in the DB6, but he's, I think, position 6 on the parade lap. So he'll have a good sight behind him of all the cars. Anyway, enough of me jabbering on. Let me show you a few cars, a few highlights. And there are so many to look at. First off, I'm going to show you mine. Regular viewers will be familiar with my FTP Vantage, as I call it, after Fuel the Passion, wearing its ceramic grey Q special paint, which sparkles in the sunlight. Having owned this car coming up to a year when this was filmed, I've loved every minute of that ownership experience, and I've actually grown very attached to it. Do you get attached to your cars? This Gaydon Class 3 Vantage, I think, has such a unique design. And in the windscreen here I've got my parade lap number, which is coming up very soon. And a few days ago I've noticed a stone smash on my number plate here, so I'll order a replacement for that in due course. When this generation of Vantage first arrived, some purists winced. It was a bold break from the traditional Aston look, but it didn't take long for opinions to shift. I remember Richard Hammond's reaction when he first drove it. He called it one of those superstar cars that leave a wake of drop jaws and phone camera flashes, and he was right. Even 6 years after this was built, it still provokes a lot of attention. I think it's aggressive, modern, unapologetic, and I love that it helped redefine what a Vantage could be, even though I absolutely love the previous models. Now this is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage, Britain's original supercar, a classic Aston Martin shade from the late 1970s and early 80s. Built between 1977 and 1989, only around 534 of these hand-built beasts were ever made. The late 70s, early 80s cars like this one used Aston's glorious 5.3 litre V8, which produced around 375 to 390 horsepower, making it one of the fastest cars in the world at the time. And around the back you get that classic Aston Martin camtail, first seen on the DB6, but here it's combined with these squared off rear arches, one of the V8 Vantage's most distinctive features. It gives the car this wonderfully muscular, planted look. Back then it cost roughly £50,000, serious money, and today a really good V8 Vantage will set you back 150 to 250,000. Here we have a lovely Cygnet, built between 2011 and 13. The numbers that are thought to have been produced vary from as few as 150 to some quotes of around 800. Regardless of the exact number, according to DVLA figures there's only around 130 on UK roads with a valid MOT. Aston created the Cygnet to help meet strict European emissions rules, but they didn't cut corners. Instead they wrapped a city car in proper Aston craftsmanship, with hand-stitched leather and a bespoke interior like this one. Here's a striking example. A familiar looking car, wearing plate FAS 302, styled like a classic 1960s Zagato. What you're looking at isn't one of the 19 original DB4 GT Zagatos built back in the day, but this is a painstaking recreation based on a donor DB4, rebuilt with correct Zagato style coachwork, shark nose front end, and all the fine details. It shows the lengths enthusiasts go to chase that Zagato dream, a love letter to the originals, built to evoke history and deliver modern usability. Still beautiful, still evocative, and this particular one, still from a genuine Aston Martin. You'll notice it has two beautifully polished aluminium fuel caps, one on each side. That's a classic Zagato touch. The original DB4 GT Zagato used twin tanks and dual fillers so they could refuel faster during endurance races. And around the back you get this beautifully rounded tail, classic early 60s Zagato design. It's shaped for low drag rather than downforce, long before Aston adopted the sharper camtail on the DB6. It gives the car that pure flowing silhouette that just slices through the air. I love these little vertical rectangular shaped wing mirrors. And down the side here that distinctive Z badge for Zagato. And you'll notice the 3 bulges on the bonnet. They're pure Zagato engineering. They give clearance for the big Weber carburetors underneath and help vent hot air from that straight 6. Up front you'll see the headlights are tucked behind these smooth perspex covers. That was a classic Zagato trick. It cleans up the airflow for better aerodynamics and gives the car that beautiful shark-like front end that made the Zagato so slippery at high speed. So all in all, a striking recreation. I really enjoyed looking around that. Look at all these lovely Aston Martins. Each one looks brilliant. Just before we finish this section, there's one more I want to show you, and it's right at the end here. A 2005 Aston Martin Vanquish S. This was the pinnacle of the first generation Vanquish line, built at Newport Pagnell between 2001 and 2007, with only 2,589 ever made. This one has a lovely rich coloured tan leather and those classic white dials. And here you can see this sweeping rear haunch, which is one of Aston Martin's most iconic design signatures, with this bulge here which spreads out the further back you go. It's that perfect blend of muscle and elegance, a shape that's been carried through generations of Aston Martins. Even the fuel cap is a statement, a solid aluminium piece inspired by Aston's 1960s racing cars, as we've just seen on the Zagato recreation. We celebrate the Vanquish 25th year anniversary next year, and I know Aston Martin Owners Club are planning some great celebration events. 25 years, where does that time go? Okay, just before the parade lap, let's have a quick look around, see what else is here. So here's the DB6, whose owner has agreed to have one of my cameras on the back. You can see they're number 4 in the parade. Hopefully this will get some good images. I'll just remove the case so it's ready. And I'll head back to the FTP Vantage as people are starting to get ready for the parade lap. And I'll be taking you along with me. So I've got to get back in the car because I've been told to get ready for the parade lap. So I'll go and put the camera on the roof before we make our way. So I've placed a 360 camera on the roof of my car, so hopefully we'll get some good shots. And over here I've put this action camera on the back of this DB6 that will capture all the cars behind it. And these suction holders are excellent. My own rule is whenever I fix cameras to the outside of a car, I always use at least 2 suction cups in case one fails. So all these lovely Astons slowly getting into position. Aston's everywhere. And here we have this little chap in his Tesla trying to join the parade. This convoy is definitely not the right place for a Tesla. Okay. So I'm back in the car. It's very warm in the car actually. Well, it's only 21.5 degrees according to my temperature. I wonder how accurate that is. It's probably pretty accurate. Anyway, we're all kind of formed up in number order, numerical order. I'm number 16, so I'm behind 15, 17's behind me. Although they are a bit jumbled up, I'm sure it'll work out. And we're just waiting to move off. So, I've donated a camera to the DB6 and I've got a 360 camera on the roof, which I won't turn on till we actually get closer to the circuit, because I'm scared in the sun the camera will overheat. But I will wear a cap with a camera on so you can see what's going on. So I'm hoping that comes out best. It's the best option. So let me switch over to that now so you can see what's going on, because they're starting to move. Okay, so it looks like we are actually moving. Oh, they sound so good. I am going to put it on track mode. The engine is quite warm already. It's nice to see another Vantage of my model in my rear mirrors. Wow, this looks good. Although it's only a parade lap, I am actually quite excited about this. Now, what are we doing here? Forming two lines, I presume. God, I'm excited about just doing a parade lap. Imagine actually going racing on a circuit. Right, what are we doing? What are we doing? 3 lines here. So he's going there. Do I go beside him? Oh, I see. See how we get. I'll make sure the camera of the DB6 is turned on. We're just waiting for these cars to finish before we're allowed on track. So whilst we're waiting, let's have a quick walk up this Aston Martin traffic jam. So many cars. I don't know, put a figure on it. How many Aston Martins are in the lineup? There's got to be at least 60 to 100. I'll try and get an official figure. But yeah, just look. What a great lineup. After a short wait, it was our turn to take over Silverstone. Now the way it was described to me in the briefing was that we go out single file and then we kind of manoeuvre ourselves into like a double row as we go around the track. So we'll see how that all pans out. We are on the Silverstone circuit. How fantastic is this? And there we are, all on the screen. I've got a red Vantage behind me. Oh, imagine coming around here in a racing car. Absolutely phenomenal. Now what happens here? Are we forming up on the grid? Maybe we are. Yes, we are. Slow down. So we're all bunching up, making sure that everyone can catch us up. I have got the FTP Vantage on the iconic Silverstone track. Look at that view behind me. Fantastic. I don't mind going slow. It doesn't bother me. It's just awesome to be part of this. stay in those, looks like. They're the apartments you can stay. Imagine how much they cost on a Formula 1 weekend. Mega money. That line up down there. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, it would be nice to put your foot down and go down here, see what the car can do. Maybe this is incentivizing me to do a track day. There's the next band of cars to go out by the looks of it, load of Marcuses. As I cruise around this circuit, I can't quite believe how much has happened in just a year with the FTP Vantage. And these corners, these straights, they've carried legends: Moss, Fangio, Hawthorne, Jim Clark, Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, drivers who shaped motorsport history. And today, here I am, in my own Aston Martin. Okay, maybe not following their racing lines, but on occasion in the tyre tracks of greatness. Surrounded by nearly 100 Aston Martins, from early classics to the brand new models, it really hits you. This isn't just a parade lap. It's a moment of connection. Generations of Aston Martin passion all moving together, sharing the same tarmac, the same emotion. And honestly, it's moments like this that make being part of the Aston Martin Owners Club so special. This community brings us together, owners from every corner, every background, to experience occasions like this that you simply couldn't recreate on your own. I felt humbled, grateful, and honestly a little overwhelmed. Experiences like this, these are the ones you remember for life, and I'm so glad I've captured it, not just for myself, but to share with you on the Fuel the Passion channel. What an honour, what a moment, and what a journey this first year has been. One sweet, but well worth doing. I've taken the FTP Vantage round Silverstone. That's another tick. Great to go around again, wouldn't it? Oh well, at least we've done it. We've done it once. There's all the lovely Aston Martins. God, it looks good. What an iconic brand to be part of.